Thought Bubble Audio.
Look, up in the sky.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer with Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Named the dog Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer with Geeks.
It comes in paints.
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer with Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is my man who's drinking a beer I don't recognize, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. It's Frank. How are you today?
I'm doing all right, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Frank. I'm actually also drinking a beer tonight, and as I know you are, which is something that I haven't done, I would say, in months on this show.
Several weeks at least. Yeah, if not months.
For sure. I'm actually drinking a beer. That's not true. I had one for Shazam. I'm lying.
Oh, yes. Well, what are you drinking today?
I'm actually drinking the same thing I had for Shazam. It's the Boulevard Brewing Company's Magic Drip, because honestly, I thought I was done with them, and I'm not. So,
one more.
So this is a barrel-aged wheated Imperial Stout with Colombian coffee. So, getting the caffeine and the rest of it. So, which is fine with me.
Nice.
It's very good. It's so good. It's so good.
Well, it must be if you're enjoying it that much.
It's like a dessert. It's a dessert stout.
Sure.
It's like that kind of. It's got a bit of a sweet drip to it.
Okay.
It's real nice. I do recommend. It was a limited release, so I actually don't even know if you can get it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boulevard stuff is always good. I don't see it often, at least not up this way. But I always like what's Tank 7, is that the one? I'm using my one look up early.
Wow, really early.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's their Belgian style farmhouse ale. Tank 7. Yeah, I like that one a lot. But yeah, I always love the look of their bottles and the logos, and like
I do too. Well, it says,
they got nice labels.
Please enjoy by August 16th, 2023. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm drinking this, Frank. We're encroaching on that time faster than I would care to admit.
August?
I mean, for how long this has been sitting in my fridge is a 2021.
Oh, okay.
So
fair.
Yeah, it's actually
okay. Fair.
Yeah,
fair.
I'm
Okay.
glad that I looked. But Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City Boulevard, Brewing Company Boulevard. What are you drinking?
Very nice. I'm drinking a local beer, local to my area. That's not
made in your tub.
That's not
Please
true.
Continue.
Yeah, no. It's actually local to Portland, Maine.
Okay.
I lied. It is Rising Tide.
Rising Tide.
Daymark American Pale Ale.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah,
I like.
This is the last of my Rising Tides from. I got these in November. I got a variety pack because they had a big sale in November on Thanksgiving weekend. So we were in Maine anyway for Thanksgiving, so we swung by and picked up a few goodies, and this is the last one of those.
Very nice, very, very nice, very nice. I made you this thing, very nice. We've been into Sesame Street in this house recently because of Flo, and there's a segment on. Oh,
not because of you, not just because of a random.
No, I love Sesame Street, but no, it's definitely
because of your child. Got it.
My child.
But thank you for glad you clarified that.
There's this segment where Cookie Monster and this other character that I do not recognize make food, and they tell you how to make it and send it off to kids who ask, and it's like, oh, we go to the farm to teach you about celery or whatever, and it's very cute. But the one character is always like, Cookie, I saved this for you, very nice, and it's just like
my wife.
Yeah, it's good. So it's just in my head all the time now. But Rising Tide, Frank, this is an episode in which we're going to talk to one another, which I know is unusual. Hear me out. Hear me out. I want to talk to you about things.
Okay, well.
I know. But this, we're going to go back to an old standard, which is a thinking and drinking cards, which is a game that we discovered at a brewery with our
Yeah,
friends,
that's
Damon
right.
and Dan. And we said, this is great. We should do this. What a great idea to just like have like some
Body once told me.
the world
Sorry.
is gonna roll me. This is gonna be in my head the rest of the night. Or you just have some prompts, you know, and then to get to tell fun stories while drinking some stuff. And so this is a fun story day. And here's your first question. We're gonna start strong. You ready? When's the last time you got pulled over?
Oh,
It's a good one, right?
it's a good one.
It's a good way to start.
I've only ever been pulled over once
Okay.
when I was behind the wheel, so I know exactly when it was.
When was that?
It was Oscar night 2012, maybe 2013.
Okay.
Um,
You were just so jazzed that 2013.
no, it was the dumbest thing. I was dropping off a friend at the train station. I was driving home from an Oscar party, dropping off a friend at the train station. I pulled away from the curb without like signaling before I pulled away from the curb, and there was a cop turning the corner who saw me do that as soon as he turned the corner and just pulled me over, kind of to be pedantic. And the annoying thing is, I always do signal when I pull away from the curb. I'm actually very good about that. It was like the one time in my life that I didn't.
Maybe you're very good at it because it's the one time.
And now it's been 10 years since that, 10 years plus, and I am religious about it even more than I ever have been because I got pulled over the one time.
Nice.
He let me off with a warning. He was clearly like, he ran my license and saw that I had nothing on. He was like, "You're fine, go, just don't do it again." But I don't know why he bothered pulling me over in the first place. But hey, what about you? Do you remember the last time you were pulled over?
Yep. It was just a couple of years ago, and I did a rolling stop at a stop sign because I was on my way to a funeral and I was running really late.
And
like,
to be
fair, like,
were you the one who was providing the music?
Funeral. I was providing
Right.
the music at the funeral, and I was like, the funeral started in like 6 minutes, and I was 4 minutes away from the church. Like at this point, I was so close, and the cop was just right there, and she pulled me over, and she came around, and I was like, I am going to a funeral. It starts like 4 minutes from now. I have to be there. Blah blah blah. And she was like, "Oh, okay. Just don't do that again. See ya." Like, and that was like,
Nice.
and that was the end. I like bless that woman because like that would have been horrible otherwise. I did
Sure.
make it in time.
Sure.
That was the last time that I was stopped, and I normally am like you. I'm good at stopping at the stop sign, even to the chagrin of the people behind me. Like, it's a stop sign, people. You stop
For real.
Mhm.
For real. Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going, or do you want to do one of your cards?
I'd like to do one of mine, except I don't have cards. I'm throwing you a
oh.
curveball. We're mixing things up because you have Thinking and Drinking, and I have Hub Time Trivia.
Oh, I thought that was a pack of cards. I didn't know it was a book.
It's a book, buddy.
That's
oh,
great.
yeah.
Oh, my. All right.
Oh, yeah. So, Pub Time Trivia from Publications International Limited. That sounds fake. Publications International?
That's at the front for something.
That sounds
you
fake.
supported something you should be supporting.
Made up. Like, it sounds like a publication company from, like, a Disney movie.
Yep.
Publications International.
Mm-hmm. The Acme Company.
Yeah, yes, it does. It sounds like that, right? Okay, what do Homer Simpson and Elvis Presley have in common?
That's it? That's the only thing I get?
That's the only thing I get. That's all I got from this question.
Oh, my gosh.
What do Homer Simpson and Elvis Presley have in common?
They both have tummies in their 40s.
I mean, that's true.
They're both from Springfield. No.
No. Good guys, but no.
I have no idea.
It is that they both have daughters named Lisa Marie.
Oh, Lisa. Oh, shoot. Yep. I should have known that. I wouldn't have been able to pull it out in this moment.
Yeah, I feel like, to be fair, I feel like that it needed to give more context. Like, I don't know. Like
I mean, they
what
do
their
have it in
families
common,
have in
and I
common,
didn't
so.
know Lisa Simpson's middle name, so I wouldn't have been able to.
Okay, see, now, so you're a bigger Simpsons fan than I am.
Oh, yeah,
and so
I love the Simpsons, yeah.
when reading the answer, I was like, should I know that her middle name is Marie?
No.
But it makes me feel better to know that you didn't know that either. I'm like, okay, so that's not a fair expectation.
No, at all. Good question, though. A Stumpy, if there ever was one. Okay.
Stumpy was my middle. No, I'm not going to go there.
Okay, next one. How to play. Wait, no, that's not right. Okay. Put that a blank one. We're on a good track here. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, describe your fantasy job.
That has changed over time for me.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. At various times, it has been something to do with podcasting, something to do with my day job, which is doing marketing, social media. Like sometimes it's like, ooh, I want to be a professional podcaster and talk about, geek stuff. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes it's been, I want to do social media for, a brand that I am like a huge fan of, like the Beatles or something, like a dream brand, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Beatles social media manager would be awesome, for me. So it kind of depends. It kind of depends on when you ask. Truthfully, it's probably none of those things because I'm the kind of person who finds that the more that I do something, the more that I turn a hobby into work, the less I enjoy it.
That's right? The millennial way. I enjoy this thing. I should make money off of it. Yeah.
And then you realize like, oh, now I don't enjoy it anymore. Now I need like a hobby to take my mind off of my hobby. It's yeah. So I kind of like having podcasting be the thing that it is, which is a great source of fulfillment for me, but not my day job. Mm-hmm. And having my day job be what it is and sort of keeping them separate is right for me right now.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Are you already doing your dream job?
No, space paleontologist.
Oh, no. Obviously. Space paleontologist. Space dinosaurs.
First in my field. And last, probably.
Again, in first of his field.
It's like first of my name, It's first of my field, yeah. Oh, man. No,
wait. So does that mean the dinosaurs came on the asteroid?
I don't know.
Wrong about all of it?
I don't know. I haven't discovered anything yet. So this is a fantasy job.
Right, of course. How can I forget?
I haven't made it there yet. I don't know. So I'm still buying things with my school bucks. I don't know. Listen, no, I think I am doing my fantasy job. I think I love what I do, and if there was anything that I could change about it to make it more, I would probably teach more specialized classes about particular things that I enjoy even more. Like I used to teach a film class and I don't, so I would I would love to do that again. Things like that. But really, at the end of the day, I'm doing what I love, and so I really wouldn't want to change that. As fun as it would be to be like a comic book editor or a film critic or these other things that I enjoy. Sometimes, like you said, sometimes I need a thing that is not related to work. My friend, my wife's cousin, is a cinematographer out in LA. We've talked about this. He does a lot of fairly big stuff out there, and I ask, and we talk about movies and shows and whatever else, and it's hard to remove himself from his job because he's always watching the angles and the heights. There you go. And what lens and stuff and what color you're using and whatever else. So I don't know if I want to take my hobby and get rid of it that way. I think I have the balance that I like. So, so I'm good the way that it is. But if anybody wanted to give us, millions of dollars to do our own media company, I wouldn't say no.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, I will abandon my principles in a second for that kind of money. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Give me a pub question.
Pub question. This is in the what category is this? Movie grab bag. This is the grab bag category, so it's a little bit of everything. It could be movies, TV, all that kind of stuff. What is Donald Duck's middle name? And there are options for this one. It's multiple choice. Okay,
it's probably not the one that came into my head. So please continue.
Oh, okay. A, Buzz. B, Chesterfield. C, Fauntleroy, or D, Fitzgerald?
I want to say B.
Donald Duck's middle name.
I want to say Chesterfield, but I don't think that's right. But I want to say
B, Chesterfield. Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Are you sure, Chesterfield?
No.
You sure sounded like you were not sure.
Yeah, I am not sure. So B.
Okay, Chesterfield. The correct answer is C, Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy is a nice, this is in the book. Fauntleroy is a nice upper-class sounding name befitting a nephew of Scrooge McDuck, who has a fortune estimated at 5 billion quintiplitillion, untupulatillion, multipatillion, impossibillion, fantasticatrillion dollars.
Me too.
That's literally...
Yeah, that's a word.
Wow. Those are a bunch of words.
That's a word.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
a lot. Yeah. So he has a lot of them.
He has got a lot of coins.
And Fauntleroy.
The name that popped into my head was Reginald, which I knew wasn't right. But
Donald Reginald. But
Duck.
that would that's in the same spirit,
It
definitely.
is.
Like that sort of upper crust sounding name.
Technically, so is Chesterfield. So what do I know?
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is.
It's a weird question. I don't think it's appropriate for our kid friendly show about beer. No, seriously, what superhero would you want to see naked? That is the question. Which is not, I don't really, Dr. Manhattan. I've already seen it. Moving on. What's the best cookie? Questions that Frank loves. Picking a singular favorite. What's the best cookie? The answer is Monster. Like, I don't know what the...
So, it's Girl Scout cookie season.
Oh, I didn't even consider Girl Scout cookies. Please continue.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always so hard for me to choose what cookies we're gonna get.
Because Thin Mints are overrated.
Thin Mints are overrated, but I like them. I still want them.
Me too. I'm just testing the water here.
But,
seeing what's
they
real,
are,
what's not real.
yes, they're probably a bit overrated in the sense that they deserve love. They maybe get more love than they deserve. So I do like the Thin Mints. I love the Samoas, also sometimes called Caramel Delights. And I love a good shortbread too. I love a good shortbread cookie. Lorna Doone. I love those too. But
Samoas are good though. Those Caramel Delights.
Samoas are really, really good.
When you break them apart, and it's just it's actually a satisfying texture to break them apart. Yeah,
the caramel and the coconut together, just yeah.
Let me ask you a serious question. Okay. What is the sugar cookie or the chocolate chip cookie better? Not more classic, but just a better cookie.
I enjoy a chocolate chip cookie more than a sugar cookie. Personally, I'm a fan of the chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Oatmeal raisin, yes or no?
Yes. Oatmeal raisin is a delicious cookie.
Good. Okay. It became popular to hate on the oatmeal raisin cookie in the last few years, and I feel like that is a fad. I feel like that's just people wanting to feel superior. But come on.
I feel like there are also more important things to talk about or to hate on.
Correct. Such as why do we not have more oatmeal chocolate chip cookies? Because that feels like the perfect combination.
I agree. But a cranberry oatmeal cookie is also really good.
An oatmeal craisin.
Oatmeal craisin, yeah, that's also great. Yeah.
Love it.
So the moral of the story is it's really dependent upon your mood as to what is the best cookie, because
he's lying, folks. The moral of the story is all cookies are wonderful.
That's good.
Oh, sorry. For you Brits, we were talking about biscuits.
There you go. Is it?
Do you know why the word cookies? Why we call them cookies?
No, I don't actually.
Because I was always like, why would you call it a cookie if you bake it? Shouldn't they be called?
A question I've never asked myself, but now I need an answer. Please continue.
So it's a Dutch word. It comes from the Dutch influence in settling
like Amsterdam, like New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam,
blah,
yes,
blah.
Because the Dutch word for little cakes is cookies. Like when you think about it, can't you see how cake, cookie? I can see how those words are similar because they were the Dutch word for is little cakes, cookie. Okay, now I get it. Now I see where it comes from, and I'm like, all right. Now it tracks.
That is so interesting. I feel like you know this already, but did you know that the chocolate chip cookie was invented in Massachusetts?
I actually don't think I knew that.
Yeah, it was invented in Whitman, Massachusetts, which is a town over from the town I used to work at, actually, and live in. It was like sandwiched in the middle of where I lived and where I worked. And
I didn't realize it was down that way.
The bakery or the factory that it was created in, the first chocolate chip cookie, is now a bunch of condos. So,
Well, everything in Massachusetts becomes a
condo.
That is just entropy in Massachusetts, is that it becomes luxury condos at some point.
Absolutely. That's how you keep the state
Massachusetts and New York, eventually, everything's final resting state is a bunch of condos.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, the chocolate chip cookie is a Massachusetts invention. So one more reason why it's the superior state, just saying, even though I don't live there and neither do you. So
not anymore? Nope.
Nope, but we did.
Nope. Well, we did.
Was that my question? So your question. Give me
you were cookies.
Question.
Let's keep the food and drink theme going. Okay. What does the Scoville scale measure? Is it A, the fattiness of a cut of meat, B, the purity of olive oil, C, the heat of chili peppers, or D, the clarity of wine? I actually know this one.
I'm going to say olive oil.
Okay. Final answer? Olive
oil? Final answer.
You're like, no, but yes.
Yeah, no, but yes.
You're so like grouchy about it. Like, yeah, but no. But
yeah, no. I have no idea.
Very, very Massachusetts Puritan. I feel like you're like, nah. I don't know. The answer is C, the heat of chilies.
Dang it.
And as they have it written here is, are you feeling hot, hot, hot? The Scoville scale can either confirm or refute your hotness.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Also, apparently, according to Guinness World Records, the hottest pepper in the world is called the Trinidad Scorpion Butch Tea, and it comes from not Trinidad but Australia.
What is this world that we live in?
I know, right?
I knew about
my
the
Scoville
can't
scale,
handle
though.
them, so I feel like that's the reason I don't know that. That's the answer I'm sticking to.
Yes. Okay. So in keeping with the Massachusetts Puritan thing, can't handle anything spicy. Got it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sure. Mayonnaise too spicy.
Even though my family was not here at that time, it doesn't
No,
matter.
I know. It just is. It's an aesthetic.
It is.
I do know this about you. My family was not either. Mine was far from being here.
Yeah.
But
far away. This is in line with a geeky question. What superpower would you most want to have?
Fly.
Right?
I've always wanted to fly. That's actually an easy one for me to answer if I have to pick it. Like flying is, and yeah, like invulnerability is cool. Wall crawling is cool. All these things are cool, but like flying is the ultimate thing for me.
I think about flying. Honestly, I think super speed would benefit me more.
Really?
Yeah, just because I like the idea of being able to get stuff done in order to like free up my time to do other things. And this is dumb, but as an adult, I think like it would be cold up there while flying. And so if I'm not also invulnerable or, like something, then it would be chilly without a jacket.
Sure.
And,
you are so practical in your fantasy.
I am practical.
You're like, that would just, I don't have any sensible clothing for that environment.
That's the Puritan in me.
So
I don't have sensitive. I don't have practical clothing for this, so it's not going to happen.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah.
But speed, on the other hand, back then I could keep my house clean. And as we all know, cleanliness is close to godliness.
Absolutely, it is. So.
And stop that dancing, kids.
Yeah. Actually, stop that dancing, kids. So I know you have a question. You get to do two back and back, but this is a good follow up to that question. What is a horrible, or the thing you said? What is a horrible catchphrase from back in the day?
Oh, horrible catchphrase.
Yeah, like the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was thinking catchphrase like, did I do that? But okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that could count too. Yeah, it's not specific, but what's a terrible catchphrase from back in the day?
Okay, I'm just gonna eliminate all the ones that are like you say terrible, and I'm like, what, like racist or sexist?
Sure,
I'm just gonna eliminate those.
Yeah,
we're gonna take those off the table.
Straight to the moon, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, to the moon owls. Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one. Actually.
It is tough. I mean, because some of them are strange. Bee's knees, cat's pajamas. Like they don't mean anything.
Right. Well, I'm sure they meant. I guess they meant something. That's actually
bees don't have knees and cats don't wear pajamas. So like, that's the cat's pajamas. I don't know what that means.
I just assumed it was slang that we don't understand anymore, but it had meant something at the time. Like, maybe it didn't,
put that in there. So
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the crazy thing about it, Tim.
Maybe you are wrong. So this is what we're going to do. So you find a pub question. I'm going to look up a bunch of catchphrases from back in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay. Oh, here's a beer question. This is in the category pub time, which, yeah, there you go. A beer question. Which country is home of the Grolsch lager? Australia, Belgium, Germany, or the Netherlands?
What's the lager?
Guess.
What's the lager again?
Grolsch.
And what are the places again?
They are Austria, Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands.
I want to say so. It's Belgium, but I'm going to say the Netherlands.
I don't know the answer. Grolsch sounds like Kolsch, which I know is German, so I want to say Germany, but maybe that's a fake out, right?
That's what I think too. Yeah, I'm going to say the Netherlands. I'm going to go in a weird direction. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's the Netherlands. Dutch brewery is almost 4. Huh. All right. That is interesting. It is almost 4 centuries old. It was founded in 1615. Well, so it's over 4 centuries old by the time we're reading this now, yeah. Wait, when was this book published?
I don't know. It's your book.
I know.
All right. I got
2012.
I got a couple of catchphrases here.
Hit me. With your best phrase.
That's a wet sock.
Why don't you hit me with your best phrase?
That's a wet sock, which is a limp handshake.
Ooh.
Happy cabbage, a sizable amount of money. A pang wangle, which is to live or go along cheerfully in spite of minor misfortunes. In the ketchup, meaning in the red or operating at a deficit.
Huh.
That's a good one, actually. Bring that one back. A pine overcoat is a coffin.
Oh. I'm going to give you a pine overcoat, see?
Cat got your tongue.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hold a candle to. Barking up the wrong tree, a sight for sore eyes. Bite the bullet. Bury the hatchet. Chip on your shoulder. Crocodile tears. Paint the town red. Socko Dalger.
Okay, I have an answer.
Okay.
The wet handshake and what was this? With the limp?
The wet sock.
Wet sock and limp handshake. Those just make me a little bit throw up in the back of my mouth. I don't like them.
Yeah, those don't count your chickens before they hatch. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Pretty as pretty does.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Always reminds me of Ricky Ricardo, because he says to Lucy, like, don't count your bridges before they hatch. You got to burn your chickens behind you.
I'm going to say you can't judge a book by its cover, which is not like a normal one, but I think everyone judges books by their covers. And so I think we need a new version of that. That's my answer.
Okay. Yep. Right on.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's your turn. And I think you want to bring us home?
Yeah. If you could only eat one type of food for a month, what would it be?
Pizza.
Oh, I was just going to say carbs, but yeah, pizza would be good. Yeah.
Carbs is way too broad.
Is it?
Yeah. Lots of things are carbs. Fruits are carbs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. So I think pizza's good because different toppings means that you basically can shift out a lot of what you're eating.
Right? And like
you could still get your
pizza,
protein,
white pizza.
you could still get your vegetables, you could even get your fruit if you get pineapple.
Pizza's a full meal.
Yeah.
Pizza is that you can get every food group in there. Pizza is a complete meal.
Yep.
And honestly, even without the pineapple, tomatoes are fruit.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I'm going to go with the pizza. That's it.
I don't think
you can actually get a better answer than that.
I know I'm right.
No, I think you are. You're right.
My grandparents ran a pizzeria for like 20 years. This is the correct answer.
Yeah. No, I think you are absolutely correct. And with that, because you are correct, you get to tell the people where they can find us.
Oh, yay. Work for me. It is the places you can find us are at beerwithgeeks.com. Anywhere you find your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast is my personal favorite. You can subscribe, you can follow us, you can rate and review us, and you can support the show on Patreon, patreon.com/thoughtbubbleaudio to back us on Patreon and help us to keep making the show, keep paying the bills.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Because it is a hobby, as we mentioned before.
It is. We don't pay our bills with this, just our podcast bills. Yeah. So anyway, Frank, it was lovely to talk to you, as it always is. So, until next time, cheers.
Cheers.